Hello everyone, dear spectators, my name is Natalia. I'm a Russian master of eyelash and eyebrow lamination since 2020. And in this video I will show and tell how you can perform the eyelash lamination procedure completely yourself at home and using products available on Amazon. Set the bell to find out about the start of sales in the United States of America. I'll explain to you the whole chemical process. I'll tell you the intricacies of the procedure. Therefore, even if you have previously studied to become a master of eyelash or eyebrow lamination, or you already have a cosmetologist license, still be sure to watch this video to the end. Here you will find a lot of useful and valuable information, which unfortunately is rarely given even in paid courses.
Here is the natural curl of our model's lashes without lamination. Before starting the procedure, make sure to thoroughly clean both the upper and lower eyelids as well as the eyelashes themselves from makeup. This is because we definitely use adhesive patches like these to isolate the lower lashes, so that all the lower lashes remain under the patch and stay there, thus preventing them from getting onto our curler's cuff and curling in the opposite direction along with the upper lashes. Once you have applied the patches, be sure to check if all the upper lashes are on top and all the lower lashes are underneath. If you notice that any upper lash has gotten under the patch, pull it up so that it pops out from under it. In this way, you will curl all the upper lashes and eliminate the possibility of curling the lower ones. Now we choose the most suitable curler size for your eyelashes. Curlers come in 5 sizes. The most commonly used size is M size. S, which is the smallest and creates the most pronounced effect, is used less often because frequently using curlers can overdo the effect, causing your eyelashes to touch the upper eyelid when your eyes are open.
Sizes M1, M2 and L are also rarely used as they are suitable for very long lashes, longer than 0.39 inches or more.
In this case, our preference was for a natural curl, so we chose the M1 curler. To fix the curler on the upper eyelid, we apply glue to the lower part of the curler. Let it dry a little and place it on the upper eyelid, right at the lash line, but without covering the lashes. Now we are fixing the eyelashes onto our curler. For this, apply glue to the upper part of the curler and gently press the eyelashes onto it. A little trick: at this stage, you don't need to perfectly place the lashes on the curler. You just need to attach them to the curler so that they stay on it. Note, the action of the first composition opens the hair cuticles, which means it will completely wash out all the dye present in the hair. Also, if your hair has not been dyed, the first composition will still lighten it by 1 or 2 shades. If you dye your lashes, have the dye ready to color them again after lamination. Now that the eyelashes are already placed on the curlers, we can proceed to apply the first solution. In doing so, note that if you have unruly eyelashes or a few hairs that just won't settle, it's not a problem. Leave them alone, we'll fix it a little later. Open the first solution and apply a small amount to the tip of the microbrush. Now we can apply the first solution. The application area will be located between the highest point of the curler if viewed in profile. Yes, meaning you should not apply the first solution above the bend. This is a very important point.
And also we should leave a 0.039 inches from the root of the eyelash,
because applying the first solution to the roots or the skin is not recommended under any circumstances. And apply the solution with a microbrush over the entire specified area as I am showing. The first solution should be applied in a small amount, so that when we cover it with film, it doesn't smear and reach the part of our exposure where it shouldn't be, namely, the roots of your eyelashes, or above the apex area. You need to apply the first solution quite quickly, as it starts working the moment it touches your eyelashes. After you have applied the first solution to both curlers on both eyes, take cling film, or special film as I show, and apply the film from bottom to top, pressing it tightly so that no air gets between the film and the solution. Now take your phone and set the timer to ring after the number of minutes you have chosen. If you are doing this for the first time, I recommend starting with the minimum exposure time. In this case, for these solutions, it is 3 minutes. And the most important question, how do you determine how long to keep the solutions on the eyelashes? I'll say right away, this information varies. For each brand of solutions, it differs.
Specifically this, from the brand Lash Brow Gym, a quite fast with a minimal exposure time with 3 minutes.
This time is from the moment the microbrush touches your eyelashes with the first solution to the moment the film is removed. Yes, so make sure to account for the application time, especially if you have thin and light-colored hairs. In total, we applied for about half a minute, covered with film, held for another 2.5. That's the minimum. If you have denser eyelashes, for example, if they are dark blonde and of medium stiffness, then try starting the exposure time at 3 full minutes, not counting the application time, and then increase gradually. If you have wire-like stiff hair, or if you have Asian dark hair, start the exposure time at 5 minutes, not counting the application time. It is essential to completely and thoroughly remove the first composition, because before you apply the second composition, the reaction continues at a deep level in your hair. For this reason, you should not have a long time gap between removing the first composition and applying the second. Now remove the film and thoroughly wipe off the first composition with cotton swabs. Once we have completely wiped the first composition dry, reapply the glue to moisten the eyelashes, and using the brush part with the comb, pull your eyelashes onto the curlers. Now we are doing the final perfect styling, which we will fix on the eyelashes. Do not skimp on time for this, as it is precisely now that the curve is being formed, which will remain on your eyelashes after the lamination procedure. If the eyelashes are difficult to style, if they remain unruly, it most likely means that the exposure time with the first composition was insufficient. This means you should reapply the first composition for about 1 minute and then assess the result. The eyelashes should become manageable and easily lay on the curlers. Now that your eyelashes are placed on the curlers, you can apply the second composition. Note, the time between removing the first composition and applying the second should not exceed 10 to 15 minutes, as the micro-reaction inside your hair continues until the second composition is applied. Apply it generously, don't hesitate. You can reach both the roots and the tips of the eyelashes. It won't harm your eyelashes, but it will only work in the area where the first composition was applied. After applying it, cover the joint with film to ensure there is no air between the film and the composition. Again, be sure to set a timer that will beep after the required number of minutes. The minimum exposure time for the second composition is equal to the exposure time of the first, or you can add a few minutes. This will only be beneficial.
For work, I always choose WAS products, specifically in small volumes. I started with various brands, tried a lot of things, but
In terms on price-quality ratio, especially quality, these products have been replaced me in recent years. This is Lash Brow Gym brand.
and why? What's the deal? Firstly, no matter how tough or unruly your hair is, even if you apply mascara to your lashes, curl them with tongs, but after half an hour they fall, and you went somewhere for lamination in a salon or visited a specialist, and they couldn't style your lashes to look the way you want, upwards, that is, they couldn't give you a more open look if you had a long-term styling or brow lamination, and also notice no effect, then this is a direct indication for these products, because they can even style men's coarse hair. There is a video about this on this channel. You can watch it there. Just look for a man in the frame, open it, watch it, and most likely that will be it. The second point, which is very important to me, is that I don't always do 35 laminations a day. Sometimes there are more extensions, sometimes more laminations, it varies. And I buy these solutions in such a huge pack. Well, how huge? It seems small, but there are 3 sets of 3 solutions here, meaning there are 3 sachets with the first solution, 3 sachets with the second solution, and 3 sachets with the third solution. This is very convenient if you do it at home, because every time you open a new sachet in the same set, you get a fresh, new solution that hasn't lost its potency. And if you buy it either in a jar, yes, in 5 milliliters, 10, even 12 milliliters jars, or in a tube, yes, such a solution, then once you open it, air gets in and the timer starts. Yes, meaning in a month or 2, for some a bit longer, these solutions no longer work. and every time, or rather for every unit of time that the open solution is lying around, it loses its effectiveness. This is a natural process.
Our timer has rung. Now we lift the film and thoroughly wipe off the entire second composition with cotton swabs. Immediately after this, we can apply the dye. Dyeing is not a mandatory step in lamination, but most often this is how it happens.
Because we all want dark, thick eyelashes.
In this case, we are dyeing our model's eyelashes in a blue-black color. I pre-mixed oxidant number 3 with the dye in a 1:1 ratio. After lamination, the eyelashes absorb the pigment from the dye very easily and quickly, so it's enough to leave it on for just 3 to 4 minutes. We remove the paint, completely wipe it dry with cotton pads or cotton swabs, take the curlers off our client, and also clean all the roots of the eyelashes with dry cotton swabs. Why dry? Because if you use cotton swabs with micellar water or cleanser, you risk dripping it directly into the client's eye or your own, right? Therefore, when the paint is still visible to the naked eye, wipe it off with dry cotton swabs or cotton pads. Now that we have cleaned off the paint, we thoroughly wipe our eyelids from glue with micellar water or cleanser. Wipe the eyelashes as well, completely eliminating any paint or residue. And only after that, using a brush or cotton swab, apply the third composition to the eyelashes. Here it's up to you. Either you can leave it on for 10 minutes and
Cover it with film.
or you can simply apply it to your eyelashes and go about your day until the next contact with water, then just rinse it off. The effect will be wonderful in both cases.
So we have completed the eyelash lamination procedure. Here's the curve we had before. And here is our curve after the lamination procedure. I will also remind you of the basic rules for laminating eyelashes and eyebrows. Firstly, after the lamination procedure, it is not recommended to wet the eyelashes and eyebrows. In practice, this rule does not lead to any, serious consequences. That is, if you have laminated your eyelashes and half an hour later go to the pool, most likely nothing bad will happen.
But there is 1% where something could happen.
Therefore, my personal recommendation is do not wet and do not heat. That is, do not wet with hot water. And do not sit, for example, in a sauna or anywhere similar for the next 12 hours after lamination. Why? Because high temperature combined with high humidity can, in rare cases, affect the hair structure after lamination, either completely removing the curl or overemphasizing the curl.
So the eyelashes suddenly, everything was fine after the procedure.
But then you wet them, went to the sauna, and with all that heat on your eyelashes, they might curl excessively. Therefore, if you are still new to this, if you don't have such experience or you are not ready to risk your appearance and your eyelashes, then it's better to refrain from combining heat with moisture in the first 12 hours.
Also, my dear viewers, I'd like to remind you that the hair on our eyelashes and eyebrows change on average over 30 days.
This is related to the speed of metabolism, which is individual for each person, but on average it is 30 days. Therefore, if you have done a lamination procedure today, you will be able to repeat it only after 1 month.
If you repeat the procedure earlier, you risk over-drying hair that have not yet renewed.
They will become brittle, fragile, and may simply break, and you will have to say goodbye to them. So it's quite important, right? I mean, look, if all your brows have already changed, well, I don't know, 2 or 3 are still laminated. Okay, you can go ahead with the procedure.
If your brows are still holding shape halfway and half of the hair have already become unruly,
then you can only repeat the procedure when, 95% of your hairs have changed. If after watching this video you have any questions, something was unclear, maybe some underexplored topics, yes, that you heard here, write your questions in the comments under this video. I will personally read them and answer myself, so don't hesitate, ask questions. It's free. Definitely, if you liked it, found it valuable, or learned something new as a master, give it a like.